Conversation 6. Just one way of seeing things and an opinion and thought shared from one fire to another. Everything when it comes to conscious being is a perception, a judgment, and that is rooted in selfishness. It's not a good or a bad thing, it's just a thing, nothing more, nothing less. One fire to another, just breathe and relax. Or freak out and get emotional. Everything is something to do. I say self-ish, meaning not the full self, but offering a reflection, an opposite position of self, a mirror image. Self-ish. This is so that you can see to the point of knowing self, or so that you have something to show you how to be self. Again, it's a self-reflection or an anchor point to relate to in all things. Self-ish being allows you to see to the point of understanding, to the point of knowing yourself, one individual moment, mind and spirit at a time. That allows you to love and be yourself, always, or at least the self you see which is being reflected. It starts with the first highest supreme conscious being, and that whole way of being is mirrored in everything that is conscious, even you. It's like putting together the puzzle of, who am I? This puzzle will take your entire existence to put together and see, so do not worry about rushing it or getting it done. Death could be seen as only the middle of that puzzle because it starts a whole new section. Having said that, understand when it comes to the conscious being that is God, it is putting together the puzzle of its self, understanding its self. All things are showing it itself. As much as you have to do with this, and as much as you play a role in that experience, it is doing it so it can see, and know and be self, not really for you. God is proving it is God to itself for its own reasons that are purely out of conscious want by seeing, understanding, knowing, and being its being. Just the same as you, a reflection of that, are proving to yourself that you are you by seeing, understanding, knowing, and being yourself. It does it through you to have the experience of being that independent being you are. Every way of being has its own word, exists in its own space, has its own frequency. Because of this, you are you. God is God. One cannot be the other even if you are made of that. The God part needs to separate from you to have the experience with and through you. If not, it would be like having an honest relationship with a puppet. That's not very honest, or at least on the outside. There are levels to that which we will not get into here. When it comes to you and God and the self-ish-ness there, you are a reflection of God. You show God itself and it does that to you. Oh, if God is using you as a mirror to see itself, then when you look into the mirror you would see the same thing. This goes to some individuals' heads. Some are self-centered and lose sight of selfish reflection, and can even be blind to I am, and lost in their illusions or creations by way of thinking of self, or who or what they are thinking they are. One fire to another? You are always thinking yourself as less than it actually is. Conscious being, which is the thing king, thoughts are things and they make currency or reality. And the king of things is thinking. Whoever rules thinking is the king of reality, is only one half. So, in thinking you are conscious being, you are thinking you are less than you are. Everything is something to do. Because people have been understandably herded into some tethering to the concept of God as a figure and thing without questioning their root and connection to it, their own personal, individual, why is there a God in me thing? More so what they want from God for self? And even that is largely rooted in confusion or fear at the core. I offer this, consider, God is me. I am not God. That is one short way of explaining it. God is all things. All things are not God. Easier? I say, God, again partly out of inevitability. Meaning, it is inevitable that there would have to be beings who are gods, and in that, a handful who are the chief gods, and in that, the whole hierarchy having a top figure or supreme most high God. Also that there are several, and none, and three, and two, and just the one. All ways of God would have to be expressed in some form, in some space. It would have to be in order for all things, to be all things. Each manifestation or expression of pure being as God, or a God, or goddess, is still the same thing, a form of being. It is all being, being, a being. So, yes, God is a form of being, as all things are forms of being. But since God is a conscious individual, and has an individual name, then it reduces it to whatever box you can put that into, which makes it more unique, but less powerful if you know the word. One thing cannot be two. Each word is what it is, nothing more, nothing less. Do not twist words because you want another thing from it. Everything is something to do. Thinking is a wondrous drug. The supplier of thoughts, the one addicted to thinking and the feeling, an experience chased therein. Another conversation for that, but it has to do with business, which is being, and how being is us, in essence, be, US-IN-ESS. Business is about the manipulation of the flow of currency. Your mind produces an individual way of being, like making a coin or token, which is used as currency. Also, thoughts are things, and so the thoughts are currency the same way that you are a thought made physical. Thinking is thoughts in motion. It is fluid thought. It is the flow of thoughts, or the flow of currency. Currency is also what makes reality, so it is currency. So your being produced by your mind is currency, and your thinking is currency. Whoever controls the currency can handle their business. Other than that, you are either playing the game, or purely being. That is in the Book of Threes. God, as a head figure, operates in, with, and having the Spirit of God, which all gods would, or else you cannot be a god, and you would be operating in, with, and having whatever other spirit they are in the relationship with to know their self. There are a few more points, but there is a God which is a conscious being. There is also God which is a non-conscious being. There is a Spirit of God which is divided the same into a non-conscious being and a conscious being. All things have this split, even you. Because of this, you can identify with and know all things because you are all things and all things are you. You have to see what you know to understand it, to accept and love it, to be it, and let it be. So there is this game of selfishness. When it is done, then what? You will still have eternity to go. So enjoy here and now, as that is all you are aware of anyway. In that, understand, love, and be yourself. Know this in all things and all things in yourself.
This was an excerpt from the second book of the Fire, called the Book of Blacklights. This work is featured in the Book of the Samurai Ruark. You can find the full versions at patreon.com/Samurai Ruark, the series. Ruark is spelled R-U-A-C-H. Here's a QR code to take you there if interested. One fire to another, both one and the same. I thank you for taking hold of your mind and time to have and share this moment.
Watching the ceiling fan spin till it hits me. I see you right next to me. That's expectations we can see. Pushing to break up reality, break the chains, piercing the free. Look into my dark past, where did I go?